Greetings and welcome to Patent Insider Secrets special special workshop that we're doing live. This is the patent is not the business. This is week 2. And hold on one second. Again, welcome back everyone to the patent is not the business. I'm Tariq, Najee-ullah, IP strategist and founder of Patent Insider. And last time we focused on understanding that the patent is a tool, not a business. Today we're going to pressure test your idea and see whether it's worth building into something real. Now, before we dive in, let's warm up. I want you to drop in the chat or say out loud if you're live. What problem are you solving with your invention? Again, don't overthink it. Just name the pain point that you're targeting. Okay, we have you guys on a few different platforms here. Let's see. Okay. Some of you have products. Okay, that's good. Some of you have, you have a software platform. Okay. So I'm going to take those two, software platform and a product. Okay. So this particular product. Now we're going to introduce you to, let me see. The more specific you are about the problem that you're solving, the better you can utilize this methodology we're going to go through. Patent is not the business. You need to be specific. You need to focus on the pain points that are producing the problem. What are the challenges that the users, number one, who's your target? We talked about this last time. Who are the people that are having this problem? Why is it a pain point? And why would they be inclined to your solution? So if you've done or heard of Y Combinator or any of the accelerators or incubators, there's some thinking at this point about 20 years ago that was very clear about taking a business, putting it on a napkin, being able to sketch out 9 points, and that way you can get a clear picture of your business. And this is really to make things simpler for those who are going to invest in the business to see, does this business, does it make sense? If we can write down on a napkin these 9 points, we can be really clear about the business, get really clear about the problem that's being solved, really clear about the solution, about the market, and see what the strengths and weaknesses are. And then we can kind of get an idea of whether or not this is going to work as a business. So this is lean. That idea developed into what's called the lean canvas business model. And there's a book here. I will share this book if you are able to get this book. That's helpful. If you don't have this book, so this is called the value proposition design, and it really goes through the lean model. It's written by Alex Osterwalder, who is the one who kind of originated this, or who's credited with originating it, and it goes step by step in a kind of visual way to kind of help you walk through the process of completing the lean model canvas. We're going to step through it in our own way. And again, remember, for this whole, we're going to be introducing books and references and resources. The primary book that we're recommending is Co-Founder AI by Clarence Wooten. It's a short read. It's a little bit under 150 pages, but it gives you a very lean model of looking at understanding your business and also how to use AI as a co-founder to help you if you're bootstrapping your business. This is another book if you're really interested in learning how to evaluate the value of your product or your business. This value proposition design by Alex Osterwalder is an excellent book. Or if you can go to strategizer.com, and it gives you a visual model. But let's walk through this. Again, we don't have that much time today. We're going to kind of go through it, and hopefully you're able to get the insight that you need. And if you have any questions, feel free to in the chat or to email us at info@patentinsider.co. This is a one-page business plan. The Lean Canvas, the business model canvas, is a one-page business plan that validates ideas fast. It tests assumptions before building, and it focuses on problems before solutions. Now, I want you to look at the areas in this Lean business model canvas. There are 9 basic blocks. If you look at this, and the first block is the problem. What is the one? Maybe it's more than one problem. Maybe it's an intersection of a few problems, but 1 to 3 problems that you're solving. Key problems that your product or service, software solution is solving for. Then we want to get real clear on what is your solution. And actually, before we go through this, let's just step through it. So the logic of it. What's the problem? What are the pain points? So be clear on that. Then what are your customer subject? Who is experiencing the problem? We talked about this last week. Who's experiencing the problem? And then what is your solution? What is your unique value proposition? What is the way that you're solving this no one else is? Maybe there's some competitors in the market that are solving it, but they're problems. You look at the comments, or you look at the one of the things I did when I was an app developer. And I did this on the side while I was working at the patent office. I was an app developer. And one of the ways you could, I didn't try to build just 100% original apps. I would look at apps that were popular and then go to the comments and see where they had unresolved issues, their lack of updates, and said, okay, if I can solve the problem they're experiencing here, maybe I could get some of that traffic to use my app. That was a model. So I had a unique value proposition of solving the problem that the owner of the more popular app was not solving. So I had a unique value proposition. What is your unique value proposition? What is your bold promise to the customer that you're going to do that no one else is doing? Now, what is your solution? Once you try to provide this value, in this case, if you worked with us, you have a patented solution, or a patent pending idea, something that solves a problem that's unique and novel, non-obvious, and is contributing something to the marketplace. And then once you have defined that, then we're looking at the channels. How do you reach your customers? How do you plan to sell to them? How do you plan to market to them? How do you plan to engage with them? Then you look at revenue streams. How do you plan to make money? If this is a software, are you using a software as a service subscription model? If it's a software application, are you using the freemium model where you're giving the software away for free? After a certain trial period, there's paid upgrades or a subscription to continue, or there are in-app purchases or additional ways they can purchase extras inside the app while using the base features for free. Cost structure. What does it cost you to deliver the service? How much does it cost if it's an app, how much does it cost to build the app? How much does it cost to maintain? How much, as the users are engaging with the services or features of the app, how much does it cost you to deliver those features? And then key metrics. What numbers define success? So in this case, you can say, okay, when we have a lifetime customer value that exceeds the cost per customer by 10 times, 20 times, that's success for us. If it is, you have the physical product, you have a certain amount that it costs you to invest to build inventory, to get the goods from China. Now you have tariffs, all these things. So what's the cost per good? And then how much are you going to sell? What's the profit? How you deliver it to the customer? What's the profit back? How many of those units you need to move per what unit of time to define your success? Maybe you have to move 100 units a month and at a certain price. And if you can do that, you're profitable. If you do less than that, you're negative. If you do more than that, you have a greater percentage. So you have to define your success. And then what's your unfair advantage? What's something that you have that no one else has? So if you have a patented technology, a patented product, this is where a patent can be helpful. It can show up. You can say, okay, my unfair advantage is what makes our business unique, our product unique, is the fact that we actually have a patent here and we're able to isolate and keep out the competitors. And we have the patented technology that allows us this advantage. Okay. So how do you build a canvas? So if you registered, you'll get in your email, you'll get a link to the lean business model canvas. And so you have to work through each and every section, starting with the problem. The top 3 problems you're solving. You might have to do a little bit of research, and you can use your AI, you can use ChatGPT, you can use the deep research features, Anthropic, other types of AI, and you can determine what are the existing alternatives and what are the key problems that you're solving. Customers. What are your customer segments? Who has the problems? Who are the early adopters? Who are your mainstream? Who are you going to go after first? And how do you break into the mainstream? As we talked about last week, we have a company like Clubhouse that use influencer marketing, where they got celebrities and exclusive influencers to be first on the platform. Those were the early adopters, and that made it appealing. So as then you had more and more mainstream people coming into the platform, because of the exclusivity, it gave it an air of importance. So you want to go through each section, spend 1 to 2 minutes per block. Number 1 problem that your invention solves. Again, you're going to go through this again. We're not going to be long here today. We really want to help you understand the patent is not the business, and what we're doing. This could be much longer and much more detailed, but what we're doing is breaking down how you evaluate the actual business. Again, the intellectual property and the patent is not the business. It can be a huge advantage to the business. We're trying to show you the steps you need to take to start monetizing, to start turning your idea into income, to start profiting from your idea. So spend 1 to 2 minutes per block. Again, the problem, you want to get very clear on the problem your invention solves. Who cares most about solving it? Then what's the result or transformation that you're promising? How does your patent enable that solution? Now, once you've done that, you've kind of mapped the clarity around that part of the market. Then you want to think about how you're going to monetize, kind of shift. Where do your customers hang out? Online, offline? Would they pay once, subscribe, or license? How do you plan to get your money from this? What does it cost you to deliver to them? And then what do you need to measure early for your success? And besides your patent, what story, relationship, or insight do you have that no one else has? That's your unique value proposition. And again, we're going through the channels, how you reach the customers, how you make the money, how much does it cost you to fulfill? Okay. And then finally, defining what metrics prove success, what determines your costs, your retention, your revenue, and what is your unfair advantage. So again, not going to be long today, but we are here again. The theme that we have, the patent is not the business. And we're taking you through key processes so you can go from patent to profit. So let's step back. Let's evaluate. There are 3 quick tools to test if you're onto something. The first thing you have to do, and again, we want you to do your homework. Your homework is to complete your lean canvas. If you have a patented product, a patented idea, a patented solution, then you can use your patent as a solution element. So you already got one of these things done. But now you want to focus on the other elements that you may not have considered. These are the business elements. Focus on the problem, the customer segments, and your unique value. Again, the patent may also be your unique value, but it might not be the only thing that you have as a unique value. We want to also think about, these are the key things you want to think about when we're trying to go from patent to profit. One of the key things you need to think about is, does your patent solve a real problem? Is the problem worth solving? And who experiences the problem or the pain most acutely? You might be solving a problem that no one wants to be solved. Is this a must-have solution for a real pain point? Are there customers ready to pay for a solution? Or is it simply a nice to have? Do customers really want it? Is it possible to even build? Can you build it and can you deliver it? And can you do it at a cost that's profitable? You can say, yeah, I can build you a, what's the thing, a Star Trek, a transporter or a tractor beam or something amazing, but it costs more than anyone could ever buy it for. So we're looking at this product market fit, and this is called the desirability, feasibility, viability triangle. You're looking at, do customers really want this? Do they desire it? Is it feasible? Can I even build it? And is it viable? Is it profitable? How much does it cost? How much can I sell it for? Okay. And you can kind of go through this, and you're almost like doing a scorecard. If you look at this, you can score this on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, out of 1 to 10, the customers really want it. 1 is like, not really. 10 is like, they line up like hotcakes to buy it. Same thing, feasibility, from 1 to 10. Is it feasible? If it's feasible, you've done some research, 7. If it's like super feasible, 10. If it's super feasible and no one has done it, that's also a question. Go back to the desirability. If it's really feasible, easy to do, why has it not been done before? Then viable. Okay, if it's feasible, what's the cost? What's the most I can sell it for? If the most I can sell it for is $100, but it cost me $250 to build it, it's not viable. Even if it is feasible and desirable, it's not viable, at least not at that price. So then how do I create the premium value to cover it? Can I sell it for $500 and then it costs $250 to make? Maybe it's viable. Okay. This will probably do this offline, but we'll, in this, when we do this live, when we do this in person, and in-person events, we'll actually have a hot seat where we have someone in the training share their canvas, receive feedback to refine their approach. But right now, that's homework, and we can do that in our group, in our Patent Insider Academy. So if you're joining us through Patent Insider Academy, we will have these kind of live sessions in Patent Insider Academy, and we can work through the process as a member of the Academy. You can join Patent Insider Academy, again, www.skool.com, school.com/Patent Insider Academy. And it's 7, I think you get a trial period of 7 days, and then it's $97 a month. But we have trainings, because the patent is not the business. We are trying to fill in the skill gap and the knowledge gap so that you go not just from being an inventor, but a successful patent owner, a business owner, someone that has monetized and commercialized intellectual property. So our homework. Big homework, if you didn't complete it today, is to complete the lean model canvas. And then before our next session next Thursday, talk to 3 potential customers. If you already have customers, talk to your customers. Ask about the problem you're solving. Don't sell. Just hear what they have to say. Especially if you're still conceptually, you have a prototype, you don't actually have a product yet. Or maybe you're working on an upgrade to your product. consumers or customers are using your current product, you're coming out with a new version, talk to them, ask them about the problem that you're solving. Tell them, well, this is what we're working on. Listen to them. Don't try to sell them. Don't try to get them to buy anything. Again, that's number one. The second thing, focus on completing the lean canvas. And the thing about this lean canvas is it forces you to focus on the problems, not just your solution, and focus on the market, focus on the desirability, focus on the feasibility, focus on the viability. So before these tools are very helpful. And you want to talk, you're evaluating your idea. Each of these sections, as you complete them, I want you to score them. Score them from 1 to 10, and then add that up. I think the highest you can get, because 9 blocks, would be 90. And the lowest, if you get 0, if you don't meet any of the numbers. But this is going to be a self-evaluation, but it should allow you to evaluate your idea in a scorecard. Be honest about the strengths and the weaknesses. Don't just say, what's my idea? It's the best thing going. Make sure that you evaluate it honestly. So these tools will help shape how you move forward. And next time we'll explore other ways to monetize your idea before you even build a product or put together a website. Okay? I'm sure we can talk about those. It'll be kind of interesting ideas and get some feedback from you. So coming up next time, we'll explore, again, how to monetize before you build a product and put up a website. And remember, a patent protects the invention. The business turns it into income. This has been Tariq Najee-ullah, Patent Insider. The Patent is Not the Business series, day 2, week 2. And you can connect with us. You can follow up with us, info@patentinsider.co. We have our office hours. We have these Thursday sessions. You can join Patent Insider Academy, www.school.com/Patent Insider Academy. You can join our LinkedIn community, Patent Insider, or connect with us on our website. And you can also, we have our boot camp, which is Profit from Your Ideas, which is a commercialization workshop, which goes extensively, a 6-week boot camp that goes in detail, that shows you how to profit from your ideas from day one. It teaches you the 5 pillars of intellectual property strategies, how to have an IP asset mindset, development, fortification of your IP assets, enforcement and defense, IP commercialization, long-term strategy, and creative pathways to profit. 6 live sessions, including support, membership to Patent Insider Academy, private community access. We have our Facebook group and WhatsApp group. Also IP asset mapping workbook, monetization blueprint, and again, a special price $9.97. Let us know if you're interested. Again, you can also pair that up if you have a solution you're looking to patent. You can kind of spin this into getting a patent search or IP strategy session, developing your foundational strategy, and evaluation of your IP assets or IP asset inventory. That's for $29.97. If you want to do a full patent filing, you can spin all this up into a VIP done for you patent concierge service, and that's $30,000 you can scan and pay. Again, this is we're trying to simplify the process and also provide you the resources and information alongside it. Come back and see us again next week. We'll be here same time, 12 on Thursday for our third part of the session. And you can find us there. This is, again, Tariq with Patent Insider. The patent is not the business. Day 2. See you next time.